Hi everyone, today I'll go through the general procedure and a lot of things that need to be known before going to a full-scale MUN conference, because such information are very intransparent for a lot of conferences, so I will talk about them in detail today and a few other episodes. A full-scale MUN conference consists of an opening speech and commentating session and some other activities depending on the MUN conference you're going to. However, the opening speech will be something that will be included every time. An opening speech will be the first thing you do in a committee, and it cannot be too long, but it needs to consist of a lot of information about your country's point on this conflict or this problem, and need to introduce yourself to committee. For example, for an opening speech, you might talk about how your country might react to such a problem and how you will want to have fruitful debate from the MUN conference. So after that, you will try to merge with, say, allies. Like if you have a country that have the same opinion on your opinion, then you can merge or merge with even more people, maybe 5 or even over 5 countries. When you merge, you will talk about your points and make a resolution in the end. A resolution is a very specific piece of writing and requires a special type of language, which consists of special words that you have to use. For example, special words you need to use. And then when it's your turn, you will present the resolution to the committee if you're the head. And then when you're finished, the main submitter, basically the country that's directly involved or the most directly involved in the problem or in the resolution, will present the speech. And for example, the delegate of Algeria wants to is the main submitter and wants to present the resolution. They will have a short speech around 2 minutes, and it can either yield to the co-submitters or your allies or to the chair, basically ending the introduction. And there will be POIs, basically point of information. Basically when other delegates ask you questions about the resolution, and you can accept a number of POIs or unlimited, or sometimes you can accept no POIs and yield back to the chair. That is also possible. And then it will be amendments. Amendments are submitted changes to the resolution. For example, there is a spelling mistake in the resolution, then there will be a friendly amendment. And as long as the submitters agree, then it can be used. But there are also unfriendly amendments. For example, a delegate might want to strike clause 5 for a specific reason, and they will do a speech about that. And if the majority votes for that amendment, the amendment will be used and clause 5 will be struck, basically deleted. And there are amendments on the second degree, basically an amendment for amendment. Say another delegate wanted to modify the amendment of striking clause 5. Maybe instead of striking clause 5, it might be striking the sub clause 1, 2 and leave the third one. That can be a second amendment on the second degree. Yes, and amendment is when in a MUN conference, the amendment part will be the most time consuming part and requires a lot of debating between different delegates. And there are POIs for amendment and second degree amendment, and those can also contribute to the question.